ignore the crazy makeup. It's been a while since I've spoken in here. I don't know what I last updated on, so I'm going to do a quick run through. I hit 50k, that was in the last vlog. I have hit 1.2k reads on Wattpad, which is amazing, and I've also hit 100 votes, which is really cool. I've finished chapter 13, I'm pretty sure I mentioned that. So chapter 13 is done. I just need to re-edit it, like revisit it with fresh eyes and make sure that it's okay, and that'll be published tomorrow. But I'm low-key kind of excited for it, so I might publish it early. At chapter 14, I haven't had any progress with it, but the other day I was going through my folders for my book. You know, I low-key know what is happening in each of these chapters, so I thought it would be fun to go and actually title some of my chapters. So all the unwritten chapters so that's basically chapter 14 up until 28. I'm still trying to figure out how many chapters I'll have. Basically has a chapter title, and I have an outline of what I'm going to do in each of them. And I've dragged all of my excerpts and kind of drabbles that I've already written. I've dragged them into the correct chapters. So now if I plus up all my words and stuff, I will have a rough idea of how much words my final book will have, which is crazy. Current revised word count, though, I will mention, is 53,009 words. That is without chapter 13. So with chapter 13, it is 57,311. Yesterday, on Friday, the 11th of September, I was on some drug, not even lying. I was on something because I was writing so much yesterday, and I have no idea where it came from. It was just out of nowhere. I just had so many ideas that I needed to get out. So I wrote a ton. Not everything is directly related to the first book. Give you the word counts. So firstly, I wrote 1,257 words for the second book, which doesn't add to my official word count, but it's just good for me to be writing in general. So I have an extra 1,000 for my second book, and it made me really happy writing it, because writing really happy stuff and really soft things, it just makes me really happy. I don't know how to explain it. I'm living my life vicariously through my main character, and this was definitely a show of that. So yeah, that was the second one. And then I also have a little drabble where my main character and her love interest first say I love you. Oh wait, no, when her love interest first says I love you to her. And I had written this quite a while ago, and then I was rereading it, and it didn't fit right, it didn't flow as well as I thought it had originally done, especially now that I've written more of the first book. So I've developed that relationship, and I've kind of delved into it more, so I know the dynamic between these two characters a little bit more. So I changed it up, and now that's 613 words that I kind of revisited. I didn't touch chapter 13 yesterday because I didn't want to look at it until today, which is what I'm going to do now. What I did instead was start chapter 15 now. I don't know if okay, I'm not good at math, but I am aware that there is a chapter 14 in the middle of chapter 13 and 15. But chapter 14 just wasn't calling to me the way that it should, or the way that my chapters normally do. But chapter 15 was it was really calling me, and it made me very, very happy writing it. It's a very rough draft of what I want the chapter to be, and I have a feeling it's going to be a very long one, because at the moment it's 4,352 words, but it's not done. I just have the barest of dialogue, and I have a little bit of exposition, and then I still have to put 3 other complete scenes that aren't here at all, so it'll probably be another 2,000-3,000 words. I will definitely be working on that one a lot, so I do need to get chapter 14 started very soon, because I want to spend as much time as I humanly can on chapter 15, but still get it up on time. Update on the book. Not sure what I have last filmed. I'm really bad at these writing updates because I write so sporadically. I am on 62,120 words as of the 22nd of September 2020. The last chapter that I uploaded was chapter 14. I posted that on the 20th, last Sunday, and the response was really good. I introduced a new character in this chapter. He's there basically to cause trouble. That's my intention of bringing this character in, because he causes friction between the characters, and so far my book hasn't had a lot of conflict, especially between the actual characters, and it was just fun writing because it's interesting, and I love writing different character dynamics, and I've been writing a lot of positive ones, so writing something kind of negative was really fun for me, and I'm definitely getting a bit of a power trip of making my readers feel certain emotions, because I'm a bit of a psychopath, but that's okay. I am now on chapter 15. Now this chapter I actually started writing earlier this month, and I wrote so much for this chapter that now coming back to it, I'm just I'm so kind of off put now, because I wrote this kind of 2-ish weeks ago, so it's where do I reinsert myself into the story? And yeah, so at the moment it's 4,758 words, which is actually the length of a normal chapter that I typically post, but it's not done. It's not nearly done enough. I have probably, I think I stopped at 3 scenes. One of them is relatively short. One of them I know is going to be at least another 2,000 words. And then the last scene, I'm still kind of throwing up between if I'm going to have it or not. I'm not sure. We will see how I feel by the end of it and see how it flows. But I don't want it to get to 9,000 words, because as much as this chapter is nice, I don't want it to be so long that it feels like it's dragging on. I always tend to overwrite, and I don't want to have to do that, because it means that when I come back to edit this book, I don't want to have to be cutting out chunks of the story, because I love this story so much. So yeah, I think so far as chapters go for writing them, I had a lot of fun with this. I get to really flesh out a romantic relationship between my main protagonist and her love interest, and it's really freaking cute and adorable and fluffy, and it's just so wholesome. Sorry, I can't. I'm so overwhelmed by it. I love it so much. I love these characters so much. I have also been working on a future chapter. So if this is 15, then I'm also currently working on chapter 19, because that's also a really fun chapter for me to write, and I always come back to it. I had this chapter written, I had pieces of this written 2 years ago, at least. It has to be at least 2 years ago. And since then, I've just been adding and subtracting and, bless you, and cleaning it up basically, and making it more realistic and have it reflect who I am more today as a writer. So yeah, that's my little update. I hope you guys are all having a good day. I think the aim of this current writing vlog is to hit 100,000 / and or maybe finish the book. So I don't know, maybe. I don't want to jinx it, knock on wood. I have a feeling I might actually hit more than that, because some of the chapters are actually quite long. Because I think my average amount per chapter, word count amount, is about 4,500, and I know that most, at least from research that I've done, a typical YA fantasy chapter has around 2,500 to 3,000 words, so mine on average is actually quite longer, so I think my book will be longer than a normal fantasy would.
which is interesting. Apart from, this is not regarding my book, but I have been writing in general a lot more because of this book. I have, I guess, this year rediscovered my love for literature and writing literature in any form. Like, what I have been writing though is like, this is gonna be so nerdy, I'm sorry. It's like fanfic, sort of. I'm not gonna be embarrassed. No, I refuse to be embarrassed about my passions. No, so I've been writing like fanfic and like pieces of like Percy Jackson inspired writing. And it's a different pace to what I would normally be writing. And I think because it's so different from my book, it means that my brain is working a bit differently in terms of writing it. And that's why I think my writing is getting better and better, because I'm exercising it in a different way.
I think this vlog has been the least updated because I have not been writing as much. It is the 8th of October. I last checked in at like halfway through this September, I swear. Current word count is 69,856. The last chapter I uploaded was chapter 15. I uploaded that one late. I uploaded that 3 days late, and it is a week after that, and I haven't uploaded chapter 16 yet either. I've actually haven't even finished writing it. I've been writing pieces of it, but I'm kind of going through a period of writer's block / I have so much other stuff to do, don't have a lot of time to be writing. And it's really upsetting, but I also need to remind myself of what my priorities are, and my priority has to be uni. So the current word count for this, actually, considering that it's not written completely, chapter 16 has a lot of words in it. Because I've been writing like pieces, bits and pieces throughout these past couple of days, just in my notes. And then I copy and paste it into my document. And then so a lot of it is just like dialogue, but it just hasn't been fleshed out. 5,600 words, about, and it's not finished yet. So, I don't know. I feel like it might be a long chapter. 5,000's like kind of okay. It'll add at least another, I have to add at least another 2,000. Because I need to flesh out all of the dialogue, and then I need to do like exposition and everything. I don't know. I'm not feeling this chapter the way that I'm feeling my other chapters. And if you look back on my vlogs, there was this one chapter, I think chapter 7, that I hated. I absolutely hated it. But I finished it and then I uploaded it. And then people like liked it, and I was like, okay, I guess, yeah, I was a bit like thrown off by it because I thought it was horrible writing. And I really hated having to put it out there. Yeah, so I think honestly, this is the first draft of the book. I need to keep reminding myself that this book doesn't need to be perfect. It just needs to be written, and then I can go back and fix it later. So yeah, so chapter 16 is in the works. I've also started working on chapter 17 because I'm really good at not sticking to deadlines / like outlines and stuff. But I didn't add much. It was only like a short conversation, and it was just the dialogue, none of the actual in-between movements and stuff. Oh, actually, I have also written for the second book. See what I mean about like not sticking to what I'm meant to be sticking to? Yeah, I have been writing on second book. I don't know how much I've added, but I have added more than 1,000 words to it. And I've also recently started writing a fan fiction, for like a proper fan fiction that I'm actually also posting on Wattpad at the moment, and that's getting a lot of good feedback as well, which is really fun. And writing Percy and Annabeth is, as always, really, really interesting as well. So I'm basically doing 3 types of writing in a week. I'm writing my fan fiction, I'm writing my book, and then I'm also writing these drabbles. And you would think that it's too much, but I'm enjoying myself so much when I write my fan fiction, when I'm writing the drabbles, and when I'm writing the book. The book at the moment, I'm not enjoying, but I'm kind of forcing myself to just write a little bit, even just a little bit every day, just so that I'm still immersed in the story and so that I don't lose any connection to them. I don't know, it's not a good writing month, but I don't have a strict schedule on myself, because if I do, then I will have a really bad anxiety attack about this book, and I don't want to hate this book. So a lot of this book has been written to the song Flaws by Bastille, but it's specifically their acoustic version, which is live in Paris. And there's something about this song. Every time I hear this song, I need to write. Please go listen to it. I have been meaning to update this vlog for the longest time, but I keep forgetting because I suck. Where I last checked in, finished chapter 15, I uploaded it. I got a lot of good feedback because it was really cute, and it was one of my longest chapters. And then earlier, I wasn't really feeling it, and then one day, I think 2 weeks ago on Monday, I was just like, no, I'm gonna sit down, I'm gonna finish chapter 16. And I wrote 11,000 words in one sitting ish, in one day, and then I uploaded that chapter that same day. I don't know how I did it, and it's exhausted me so much that I haven't been able to touch it since. So that chapter was 10,827 words, which is a lot. And then that brought my current revised word count all the way up to 80,683. And then now I am on chapter 17. The current word count for chapter 17 is 1,460. I have some stuff written, so I have an outline already. I have the beginning already started, and I know how it's going to end as well. So I just kind of need to do all the middle parts and then all of the character interactions to help with furthering the story, as well as hashing out any other relationships before things start to climb up to the climax, because we are approaching that for the book. I think my climax is sort of from chapters 20 to 24ish. I think. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure that that's what my how my plot climax goes. Otherwise, not regarding my book, but I have, as I mentioned, also been writing a fan fiction, and I managed to write chapter 2 of that, and I've also gotten a lot of good response from that, which is really cool. And I've been writing all my Percy Jackson little drabbles and one-shots and stuff, which are also really fun. Yeah, I just think it's a lot to try and do, because I actually have my exams coming up this week and next week. So it's a matter of balance and trying to do some prep work so that I'm not actually missing any of my deadlines regarding my writing deadlines, because that's all I've been doing, and I keep feeling bad about it, even though I'm doing this for fun and I'm doing this for myself and not for anyone else. So yeah, I kind of just need to remind myself of that. Anyway, I think I'll be writing for chapter 17 today, just because I miss this story. I'm starting to miss it quite a bit, and I want to get back into this world and write on it consistently, rather than writing it all in one day and then freaking my brain out and then not touching it for 2 weeks. So if I can get onto a consistent writing schedule, it might be nice, but at the same time, I don't want to restrict myself or force myself to write when I just don't feel like writing, because that's when bad quote unquote writing happens, because it doesn't flow as nicely because I'm just forcing words out. But kind of at the same time, it's also bad words are better than no words. So it's give and take. Also, my hair has changed so much in this entire writing process ever since I started it in June. So maybe the next time you see my hair, it'll be a different color. Maybe, we'll see. Bye! Hello, what is up? I finished writing chapter 17 yesterday. I actually ended up writing a wide majority of it last week. I don't know if I ever brought it up, but so the chapter ended up coming down to 6,994 words. It's kind of a filler chapter slash gaining information and helping further along the plot, like just trying to get between one place to another. So it's full of that, and I don't know, it's one of those chapters where I don't really like it, so I'm not as excited to post it, but that's okay. I've had two chapters. Chapter 16 and 15 were really exciting, bringing it down again for chapter 17, and then the mood for chapter 18 will also be relatively chill. And then I think most days I will write like 1,000 words for a one-shot, and then I'll post it the next day, and then I'll write. So I write every like second day or something for my one-shots. And then for my fanfic, I haven't written for that. I'm gonna write for that now, get that out of the way, because I'm getting a lot of requests for it and it's like piling up now. But I have one more exam left, and then I'm like done with this semester, and then I can just focus on writing, which is really exciting. I have like 4 months off, which is a long time for me to be able to get everything done and hopefully get A Realm of Magic finished. My current revised word count is 87,667. I need another like 2 chapters to hit 100k. Hello. So I haven't filmed for this writing blog in a while. Also, I'm lispy because I have retainers in, and I'm a little bit swollen. I don't know if you can tell. Because I got my wisdom teeth out last week. I need to update because I'm very close to hitting our goal of 100k. So I think where I last left off, I was on like maybe chapter 17. So I actually wrote chapter 18 in about 3 sittings. So I wrote the first part relatively easily. I had the idea of a storm because it was raining, and then I imagined my like character waking up and having a nightmare. So I can't take myself seriously. I look so swollen, so I'm gonna do this to hide my face. I kind of left it for a couple of weeks, and I didn't feel a connection anymore to the scene. I felt like it was written really well, and I was comfortable and I was happy with it. But then I went to go back to it to like continue it, and it just didn't feel right. Like I wasn't in the right mindset to continue writing what I needed to write. And my plan and my outline for this chapter ended up like I ended up going completely off it by the end of it. So yeah, that's why I'm personally not quite happy with it, but I've already posted it, so I look like an egg. That's okay. So chapter 18 ended up, I tried to keep it relatively short because my next chapters are going to be quite long, but I did what I like needed to get done. And yeah, so my current revised word count is 95,514, which is only about like 5,000 off my 100k plan. And that means that I am going to be well above my word count estimation, because my estimation was like 110k, but I'm literally on chapter like 19 right now, and chapter 19 is so far 6,700. So I've already hit 100k theoretically, and then I still have like another like 10 or so chapters. And each chapter I tend to write anywhere between 5k and 10k. So if I write roughly 5k for each, what is that? 150k? I don't know, I can't really do math. So when I go to revise this book, I will be cutting down a lot of on my chapters, or I'll be splitting it, because I don't want super duper long chapters that drag out and that have a lot going on in them. I would rather it be a smooth build-up of multiple chapters.
but we shall see. I am really enjoying chapter 19. It's one of my chapters that I've had written for quite a while. All I'm doing right now is just expanding it, putting in exposition, and really building from the foundations that I've already laid. And I'm having a lot of fun with it. It's like going to be at least 10k words. I know it. I'm enjoying myself. As per usual, it has a cute couple scene in it, and it has their first kiss, which is exciting. So today's the 16th of December. I spent Monday writing and editing all of chapter 18, and then yesterday, Tuesday, I spent all of it editing and writing chapter 19. I got through 11 pages of work, and then now I'm just gonna finish off this document, and then we'll see. I need to edit another video. Shut up! Before I finish this chapter, but we'll see which one grabs my attention more, because I'm really enjoying the chapter. I have technically hit 100k, but I want to have my revised word count, have it say properly before I end this vlog. Okay, hello. It's literally 2021, this next update from my last clip, and stuff has happened. I finished chapter 19. I literally started writing it last year, and I had a big chunk of it written last year, but I didn't finish it until earlier this week, because I was on a family road trip with my family, so obviously I was in the car a lot, and that meant that I had a lot of time to be writing. And then I did it, and then it ended up being 12k. It's a lot, like as in 12,000 words for one chapter. It's ridiculous, but this means that I officially hit 100,000 words, revised words, for draft 1 of A Realm of Magic, and my current word count now is 107,582 revised words. The first writing goal I had for this year was to reach 110,000 words, because that was as I said, my estimated word count for the entire book. But that's clearly gonna have to change, because I'm gonna hit that in like half a chapter, because chapter 20 so far is 2,700, and I started writing that as well on the road trip, because I wanted to get the flow and see how it was going. And I have a problem with overwriting. I do it a lot, and I'm not even gonna apologize, because I think it's some of my best work. It's good. I'm not even gonna try and be humble. It's good. What I wrote in chapter 19 was some good stuff. Not all of it, I'll admit. Some of it was kind of, but yeah. I'm on chapter 20 now, which means that I have 9 chapters left. So chapter 20 has 2,000 words written so far. Chapters, I think roughly 21 to about... Chapters 21 to about 26, 27-ish don't have anything written for it, but roughly chapters 26 onwards have a little bit like written for it. It's like kind of like excerpts and kind of dialogue prompts and stuff like that. So just stuff that I need to expand upon, but the others just have very rough outlines. However, I do know exactly what I'm writing for each of them, and I have a set goal for what that chapter is meant to achieve by the end of it. So I have very high hopes of finishing this book by my birthday, which is May 27, and I just think it'd be a great present to myself to finish A Realm of Magic by my 20th birthday. And if not May, then the end of June, because that's when I officially started writing again. So then that would mean that it's exactly a year of writing this book again, and I think that would just be nice timing. Do that, and then I can start working on A Realm of Magic 2, which I will also be filming when I get around to it. So yeah, I'm just really happy. I had such a big writing block
I should probably explain why it took me so long to write. I had a really big writing block throughout December. I posted chapter 18 on December 14th, and then after that, I could not physically write. And then I didn't start writing again until halfway through January. And then from January, like halfway through January till now, the 2nd of February, I have just been kind of pushing words out of my body non-stop, and they keep coming. And so I'm not trying to force myself to write. I'm just kind of going with the flow, seeing how my mind works and seeing where it takes me. And I'm enjoying myself, so we have a book. We are writing a book, and it's taking shape. Unfortunately, the book is not finished yet. I thought it'd be finished by now, but it's okay. This vlog is finally finished. The next vlog will be me finishing the book. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. It was everywhere. I have clips from all the way in like August, I think, of me trying to hit 100k. So yeah, if you like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you enjoy writing videos in general, check out my other videos. I have a playlist full of my A Realm of Magic videos. I'm still reeling from excitement of finishing this chapter because I spent so long on it, and it's a really special chapter to me. This is me closing off this vlog and me saying goodbye. So whatever time you guys are watching this, it's currently 2:30 of me filming this, so have a good afternoon. But whatever time you guys are watching this, have a good morning, a good afternoon, a good evening, a good night, and goodbye.